Have you warmed up yet? One of the best sports months on the calendar. We have reached October. Hello, everybody. So glad to have you with us. Big show tonight. 8 games on the docket. We begin with the Dogs. North Platte hosting 3-2 Lincoln North Star. Let's take you out to Memorial Stadium, Bauer Field. North Platte homecoming, looking to get off to a fast start, but a 3-and-out on offense. The Dog D bending, but Colton Hall, he makes a big stick, forces a fumble. Gators do recover, though, and would put points on the board. Jake Ziegler, heard a lot of this name tonight. He would dive for the end zone. North Star up 7-zip in the first quarter. Kent was at the game. Oh, that's not Kent. Just a different Cowboy fan. Next North Star possession, Jake Ziegler from 33 yards out. Say it's great to be a North Star Gator. That's what their fans were saying. North Platte on offense, one good drive in the first half. Shane Mock here. Drive stalled in Gator territory. 14-zip after one second quarter. Jake Ziegler, again, his third touchdown of the half. 21-zip, 29-zip at half. Homecoming. Tucker Brown, not in attendance. He's getting treatment at the Children's Hospital. He is the North Platte homecoming king. The queen, 2013, Laura Cox. So Tucker Brown and Laura Cox, your king and queen at North Platte High. As for the final, 52-zip, North Star on homecoming. Also homecoming in Broken Bow, Indians hosting St. Paul. Here we go. Let's make our second homecoming trip. First drive of the game. This would be a happy homecoming for the home team. Zach Jones, a touchdown run. They're not going to get him. Zach Jones is off and gone. Broken Bow on the board. Broken Bow. Next drive, it is Jeremy Krishner getting the nice gain, tiptoeing down the sidelines. He's going to pick up that kind of yardage. Let the big fella finish off the drive. Right up the gut. Touchdown for the Indians. That brings us to our K-Smith Auto Center play of the night. Broken Bow had the running game going. Zach Jones through the hole and right at us, right by us, gone. Play of the night. Not going to get him. Broken Bow. Oh, this is how you do it on homecoming. 59-zip. Enjoy the dance, fellas. 59-zip. Broken Bow over St. Paul. We are on a homecoming run. Hershey hosting Baird. Panthers enter homecoming 4-0. Windy, cold. By the way, treated well in Hershey tonight. Treated well. High. Third quarter, Hershey up 16-6. Looking for more. Gage Marshall. It's a big time run. That would set up this. Landon Mawson in for the score. Hershey up big. 23-6. Strange play here. Baird goes to punt. Goes wrong. Hershey gets the ball. Special teams. Hello. Playing all three. Offense, defense, special teams is Hershey. Quarterback keeper Logan Weir goes in for the score. Hershey with a 30-6 lead. Hershey goes on to win 30-6. Panthers still undefeated. Enjoy homecoming in Hershey. You're 5 now. Maxwell and Sutherland both 1-3 teams, but the winner tonight 2-3 and still very much in playoff contention. Here we go from a shootout. Second quarter. Maxwell's Ethan Lunkwitz with a touchdown run. Cats are on the board. And then Maxwell playing some good D here. A host of Cats in on the sack. Friday Sports Hero alum Tyler Fear finds Brooke Bloomstead for a big gainer. Sutherland in business. Sutherland playing very well at home. Tyler Fear, have no fear. He keeps it. The ball comes loose. Maxwell has it, but the officials rule a touchdown. Puts Sutherland up 22-20. Big play. Sutherland goes on to win it. 56-44. Great win for the Sailors. And Selma Myrna is 4-0 halfway through the season. Coyotes back at home tonight hosting winless Eustis Farnham. And Selma Myrna getting the offense going with Troy Gilligan. Nice gainer here for Troy. How many nights does it take to bring him down? actually, that was Dusty Chandler for the big gain. And then Jordan Lobby, Knights D, coming up big. That's a pick for Eustace Farnham, and Selma Myrna gets on the board, though. Troy Gilligan, he's in there, and Selma Myrna touchdown. They would have a few of those tonight. Let's go with Selma Myrna. More Coyotes. Gilligan gets a nice run, and that would lead to this. Colin Sobranek putting 6 points on the board. QB keeper, and Selma Myrna piling on the points. How about another touchdown run from Gilligan? Maybe even the skipper too. And Selma Myrna wins it 56-12. Coyotes still undefeated on the season. State-ranked Wallace 5-0, hosting 2-3 Brady. Here we go. Treated well in Wallace. Landon Swedberg. He is running from the Wildcat. He's in for the score. Honk those horns. Your Cats are on top 8 zip. Wallace D comes up big here. Nice stick. Brady on the move. Trevor Mann keeps, scores. 8-6 Wallace. But Wallace would allow nothing else. We know about their D. They're good. That's all they allowed. Wallace goes on to roll. 60-8 still undefeated on the season. We just saw Wallace go to 6-0. The Cats again led by tonight's hero. Rachel introduces us to this week's Maxwell's Off-Road and Kawasaki Center Friday Night Sports Hero, Wallace Wildcat, John Marquardt.
A leader is defined as a person who guides or directs a group. On the football field, the leader is often vocal and quite obvious to anyone watching. But the leader of the Wallace Wildcats is a different story.
He's a quiet leader. I mean, he's not a rah-rah type of guy. He just kind of leads by example.
It's what he kind of leads by and stuff. It's not necessarily by telling what kids what to do or anything. He just sets a good example for younger kids and stuff. And I think that's, you don't have to be a loudmouth to be a leader or something. He's just a great leader, being the kid he is.
Yeah, I try to think before I talk, but it doesn't always work.
And when it doesn't work, John's teammates know it's time to get serious.
There's a few games when he gets really pumped up and he really wants to win or something, he just goes crazy. And everybody starts laughing about it because he's not one to do that or something. So I was like all scared, like what's wrong with John right now? But when he gets going, it's it's time to go. So
before it's go time, John gets pumped up by sitting quietly.
And I don't like to talk to anyone, just think about the game. Like even 2.5 hours before a game, I'll just sit there and listen to music. And even on the bus ride, I don't like to talk to people, just focused,
John's focus comes with ease because of how he cherishes his time on the gridiron.
Football means a lot to him, and he knows he's just got a limited time to play, and so he gives it all he has.
It means a lot. I mean, you only get to play for 4 years in high school, and I want to be out there for all of it. I don't want to miss any of it.
He isn't lying when he says he wants to be out there for all of it. In fact, his coach and teammates can recall many times that John has played through pain for the love of the game.
They were up on us pretty decent. Didn't know how much I wanted to play him, and I looked at him and I said, "How do you feel, John?" And he says, "You don't want to know." And he just walked out onto the field, and I knew he was hurting, but he wasn't going to quit. He was going to keep fighting.
And John will keep on fighting as he leads the Wildcats towards their goal of a playoff victory.
I'm John Marquardt, and I have what it takes to be a Friday Night Sports Hero.
You better believe it does. Thank you very much, Rachel, and congratulations to John. Wallace is rolling. When we come back, it's Game of the Week time from Cozad. You are watching Matt Kuchar's favorite show. It's the AllStars on KNOP.
It's Friday! You're watching AllStars!
Game of the Week time. Rivals collide. Gothenburg, Cozad, and Rachel. Hello.
Hello, Joe. Well, you hyped up this rivalry big. He even compared it to Michigan, Ohio State, which I was like, oh, come on, Joe, it's high school
Around
football.
here.
But it was. I mean, leading up to it this week, talking to the players, they were hyped up, and the crowd was great. It was a great atmosphere. So you were right. I'll say it. Joe was right. All right, the Game of the Week is brought to you by Westfield Pharmacy, located in the Westfield Shopping Center. Let's take it to the highlights here. Rivalry week, the Swedes got the better of the Haymakers in softball. Let's see how football goes. Opening kickoff. This basically sets the tone of the game. Both teams had really good special teams tonight, and Jake Paulson had a really good night. He gets a big break here. The senior running back just keeps rolling all night. He starts off on the first play of the game with a big gain to set up field position. All right, Nathan Bubach hands off to, you got it, Jake Paulson. Big gain here. Now Paulson puts the first score on the board in the second quarter with an 85-yard touchdown run. So they jump out in the second quarter to a 7-zip lead. Now Swedes driving here, and Blake Ristine, the senior running back from the other sideline, breaks away for a huge gain. Gothenburg did not get much offense going in this game, but Ristine, as always, did manage to pick up some yardage. All right, Kozad on offense, and Bubak drops back and throws a pass. This is completed to Connor Young to move the chains for the first down. Enjoy that highlight because there were not many passes in this cold, windy game. 34 seconds left in the half here. Haymakers on the 42-yard line looking to punch it in before they hit the lockers. But another rare pass. This time it is picked off by Jacob Clark of the Swedes. All right, at halftime, the Haymakers lead 7-zip. And the 1991 Kozad Haymaker State Champ team was honored. It was pretty cool to see the history there mingle with present day Kozad football. All right, third quarter, Swedes looking to get something going, but Kozad's D really amped it up in the second half. Ristine actually finished the game at QB instead of running back for the Swedes due to a Jacob Clark injury. So kind of interesting there. All right, around 2 minutes left in the third. Paulson gets the handoff and takes it to the house for the 21-yard touchdown run. Haymakers go up 13-zip. Let's take it to the board and see that the final score of this one, 19-zip, second shutout in a row for the Haymakers. They move to 5-0. Paulson put every point on the board except for a PAT. He had 3 touchdowns, 28 carries for 214 yards. He was averaging 7.8 yards per carry. Now, Gothenburg only put up 158 yards, so Paulson put up more yards than the Swedes did. He had a phenomenal game. You cannot overstate how well he played tonight.
And it was really cool that you showed the 91 team, and I remember some of those names. And this team is trying to do kind of what the 91 team, and they're off to a great start, aren't they?
Maybe a little foreshadowing there.
Yeah, they looked very good today. How'd they treat you over in Kozad?
Wonderful. You know, I was kind of torn because I was in Gothenburg last week, and then the rivals meet tonight, and I've gotten to know some of the kids from both sidelines, so it was definitely entertaining for me, that's for sure.
And a good experience.
Absolutely. Great atmosphere out there.
All right, thank you very much, Rachel. This afternoon, Sandhills Thetford hosting Garden County. We've got more highlights to show you. Let's check out some night football. How about the Knights in the afternoon? Sandhill Thetford leading 8-zip. Garden County on the board, though. Elliott Epp, quarterback sneak, touchdown, Eagles. Knights with the ball, and they go to the air. J.C. Nutter, get a look at this guy. You're going to be getting a look at him for the next 4 years. He's just a freshman. He finds Justin Lee, big gainer. Sandhills Thetford playing well. This one tight in the first half. Elliott Epp puts Garden County in front for the first time in this game. Garden County led, but Sandhills Thetford rallies, and they win. Great win for the Knights, 28-20. Sandhills Thetford. Those are your highlights. These are your scores on the Nebraska Land National Bank scoreboard. Here we go from the night that was. Now remember, several area games postponed because of the weather. Teams that were headed out west are playing teams from the Panhandle. Not playing today. Some playing tomorrow. Some playing Monday. Lincoln North Star over North Platte on homecoming 52-zip. Sandhills Thetford. We saw those highlights. Knights win by 8. Maywood, get this. Jericho Vieira, 6 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. 8 in all. The Tigers over the Broncos, 58-26. Good job, Maywood. Wallace over Brady, 60-8 is that final. The Cats keep on rolling. Cody Kilgore, a winner in a low-scoring game over Hyannis, 6-man football, 13-12. Ord beats Valentine, 18-7. Broken Bow all over St. Paul. Happy homecoming, 59-zip. Med Valley picks up a win. The Raiders by 12 over Hitchcock County. South Loop gets 2 Coulter Glindy touchdowns and an Eamon Schwartz 30-yard interception return, and they blank Ansley Litchfield. McCook over Alliance 24-0. Sutherland big-time win over Maxwell 56-44. Hershey beats Baird to remain undefeated. Overton a winner over Arapahoe. South Platte give it up for the Blue Knights. They win their first of the season 62-16. Kozad over Goth. Rachel told us all about it. Game of the week. In Selma Myrna 56, Eustis Farnham 12, and Lexington, the men getting it done on the road, 27-24 over Sydney. Volleyball, Brady a winner, Eustis Farnham a winner. Ogallala wins 2, and GNAC Golf. McCook takes the team title. North Platte is 4th. North Platte led by Erin Green. She finished in 11th place today. Also, the Husker volleyball team sweeps Minnesota. One more item of business. It is the Jorgensen Chiropractic Crowd Pleaser. Tonight's pleaser has until next Friday to give us a call and tell us who you are. We will put you into the end of the season grand prize drawing. I think that was in Thedford. I'm saying that was in Thedford. So you, sir, if you were at the game in Thedford today, you know who you are. Now let us know. That does it for another Friday night of fun. We are in Lincoln with the Huskers tomorrow. You will want to watch the coverage here on KNOP all weekend long. There are a lot of choices out there. We appreciate you choosing us for your prep coverage for all of us at All-Star Headquarters. Have a great weekend. Good luck to the Huskers, and good night, Greater Nebraska.